Hey Effie, hey Lucy. So this is vlog 3, week 3. I'm sorry this is late. I've been really exhausted every single day after work. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. First of all, I just want to tell you guys that I loved your videos. I loved the Indian accent, Effie, and I loved I actually like laughed really hard at the part where you said like debt in your song. It's sad but true. About my dare, I actually made plans to hang out with this friend from high school that I don't really see much anymore. We're gonna go to this club thing that she has a membership to, and I'm gonna be wearing my shoes. So it's in a place that I rarely go to. I don't remember going there a lot or even once. But yeah, so there we go. I might record a video on the day. It's supposed to be today, but she had an essay due, so we're gonna move it to next Monday. About my work, um, well, today is Monday here. I started work from Thursday and I ended it on Saturday for this week. My work days are usually Wednesday to Saturday, but when the summer season starts, like when kids are they start having their summer breaks, I'm gonna be working from Tuesday to Friday, so I'll get a long weekend, which is great. My first day, um, yeah, I had a little desk of my own. Not really. It's like the front reception area. There's like one computer here, and then I'm sitting on the computer next to it, sitting at the computer next to it, and um I remember because I didn't know how to use the database system yet, or I didn't really know much about course information, or how to look things up for customers, or how to take their cash or check and then like write them a receipt or anything. So the first thing I did was check Facebook and changed my profile picture. And then I spent a lot of time compiling that list of subletters, but we didn't really need that after all. I worked next to this girl named Tui. I had a slight feeling that she was a little bit annoyed by all the questions I was asking, but hey, it's my first day, right? So whatever. On my second day, things started getting a little bit more interesting. I think in the morning I helped out with like making paper. In the morning I helped out with making um, like folding program flyers and like cutting things with the X-Acto knife and all that for this art exhibition that they're gonna have on Sunday. And then yeah, I actually like met a few teachers that had taught me before, because I was a student there when I was younger. One of them, her name is Beatrice, and she was like, "I remember teaching you before. Do you remember?" And I was like, "No, I'm sorry," but that's cool. Um, and then I also met the founder of the studio, and she's like super hip, with like highlights and everything, and like quirky glasses. Yeah, her name is Angie, and she's like really nice. And I also bumped into my um the last teacher that I followed. Her name's Josephine, and so like she was in the same class learning how to do Chinese calligraphy or something like that in the next classroom. I mean, in the classroom next to mine when I was like folding flyers and stuff. And so like after they ended, I walked up to her and I was like, "Hey, you're Josephine, right?" She's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Hey, I'm Stephanie. I'm the new intern here, but I used to be one of your students. Do you remember?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, you! Oh my gosh, how are you? And like, where are you now?" And I'm like, I'm in Canada, it's great. I'm like, how are you? Did you just come back? Have you always been here? And she's like, oh no, I left for a brief few years to do my master's in like the Chinese University of Hong Kong, and yeah, so I'm back now and I'm teaching. And I'm like, oh, that's so great. And then she's like, oh, you work outside, eh? And I was like, yeah. She didn't actually say A. I'm super Canadian now. So she was like, so you work outside, right? And I was like, yeah, I'm the receptionist now, so working part-time, it's great. And she's like, oh, thank you very much. Yeah, thanks for your help. And I'm like, oh, shucks. I just went back to my little desk space with my computer, and so Tui was having a lot of, she was starting to get a little bit flustered by the amount of work that she has to do, and I had nothing to do. So I was like, hey, do you want me to help you? And she was like, yeah, okay. So she taught me how to do invoices, so I helped her out, and yeah, I had a lot of work to do that time, and I was feeling like, yeah, I'm finally not bored. But at the same time, during that time when I was like frantically, well, not frantically, but I was just busy, learning how to press buttons and making sure that I'm not getting things wrong. And then all of a sudden, I think one of the teachers there, her name's Angel, she was like, Steph, can you come over here? Sandra's kind of sick, and then can you help her a little bit? So I helped Sandra, put the paintings from the previous class that she taught, back onto the shelves, and I was like, oh, are you okay? She was like, right? And I was like, oh dear, you look, oh no, what happened? And then the founder, Angie, she came in and she was like, are you okay, Sandra? And like, do you need to go to the hospital? Do you want me to go take you to a doctor? Like, can you walk? And she was like, yeah, I think so. But like in the end she couldn't, so we had to call an ambulance, which is like, wow, it's only my second day. And yeah, so like we're waiting for the ambulance, and we're doing our invoice papers, and then like, as we work, there like a new time slot for the next class has begun. And so like people come in and they're like, hi, I like to pay before my class starts, or like, hi, can you check this for me? Can you check, where my classroom is? Or something like that. And parents, or like kids, mostly parents. And then we would get phone calls like asking for like, hi, I was wondering like if class is canceled today because of like the rainstorm signal. And then we'll be like, oh, hang on one second. And like there'll be like two phones ringing at once, or like three lines ringing at once, and we're like, ah. And like I don't know, cause my Cantonese is okay, but it's like I'm a little bit slow at like forming sentences and stuff when I speak that, like, using business talk style. So yeah, I think like Tui got slightly annoyed when, well, like she was okay with me, like she was like, oh, thank you for your help, when I was doing the invoices for her. But when the phone calls started coming in and things started getting really hectic for no reason, and I was like, she was like, oh my gosh, like, give it to me, like, it might be the ambulance. And I'm like, oh, right, sorry. And so, yeah, Sandra is okay now. She took a day off. But yeah, so after the ambulance came, I think everything went back to normal, and we're just like... So my third day, my boss, Lopo, she told me like, hey, so yesterday we checked like, how the how the invoices looked like, and yeah, like you seem to get a pretty, like you seem to be pretty good at it, so yeah, thank you. And I was like, oh, thanks. And she was like, so yeah, like you can help Tui out doing the invoices today, so yeah, just do that. And I'm like, oh, sweet. And also helped out with more like X-Acto knife cutting, like, I don't know, just more like poster making for the Sunday event that I'm not going to because I'm an intern. So I'm not full-time, I don't have to. Yeah, it was a busy day because it was Saturday and all the kids like they don't have to go to school, right? The thing in Hong Kong is that they like parents nowadays, like even when for me when I was growing up, parents would make you go to like piano classes, violin classes, like art classes, music classes, dance classes, like ballet, math classes, English classes, Chinese tutorials. Um, I don't know, chess classes? I never had that, but I know that a lot of people do that. Um, and what else? Just like a whole bunch of classes that, parents, like overachiever parents in Hong Kong want their kids to be like good at a lot of things, basically, and at a very young age. So, yeah, we have a lot more classes on Saturdays, and we're a lot busier usually. But that day I was mostly working and I was running around the office and I didn't really get to have much of a break, but that's okay because it's better than just like sitting around not doing anything, right? And I also got a free t-shirt that they're gonna wear to the event that I'm not going to, but I want a t-shirt anyway, so. Look at that, from a picture to a future. So that's kind of like our motto, like one of our aims, I guess. And I have this like red sleeve and I have Creative Kids written here. Yep, there we go. On the back, it's like that. You see it? Yeah. Yep. I love how my workplace, it's so colorful all the time, and everywhere you go, you see like really like juvenile doodles that kids do, but they use them as like marketing promotion material, which is great because it just I don't know, it's a lot of fun. I find like just looking at them, looking at the artwork, it's a lot of fun and it just makes the whole atmosphere really enjoyable, you know? It's not like um it's a lot better than working at the consulate last year where everything's just gray and like sleek gray. Yeah, so I hope that you girls will have a equally enjoyable time at your internships, even though there are no like kids doodles everywhere. I mean, I hope that the people you work with will be pleasant and interesting and understanding, I guess. So today is my day off, so I am just basically resting and trying to spend time doing my devotionals. I have been really worried about the subletting thing. I freaked out when I first saw the ad change, but like now I guess like I just needed a little bit of time to get used to it. So like if we can't find anyone, then I guess it'll just have to do. And good thing it's only for 1 month, so. Effie, my dare to you is to, or rather challenge, is to make some sort of art, like whether it's a drawing or a sculpture or something like that, out of office supplies, like post-it notes, thumbtacks, um, rulers, tape, paper. You can cut them and all that and like scrunch them and I don't know, just be creative. Like, um, yeah, like can you, yeah, actually make a sculpture of Tony Moo if you can with office supplies. Doesn't have to be big. Just try your best, like erasers and all that other stuff. Fun tack. Oh, one more thing. I went shopping recently and I got something really cool. So, ta-da! It's a kimono thing sweater. Yeah. So, yeah, with my little bandana that I already own, I look like a total Japanese restaurant waitress or a fisherman, Japanese fisherman, like, you know, um I'm gonna I'm gonna record a little surprise for you guys next time. So yeah, with this on And I will see you guys next week. Bye!